Have you ever experienced a coincidence so precise, so timely, that it felt less like chance and more like destiny? You think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and seconds later, your phone rings. You miss a flight, only to discover later that it saved your life. You meet a stranger by accident, who ends up changing everything. What if those moments weren't random at all? What if they were quiet whispers from an unseen hand, guiding your steps long before you understood the path? Today, we're exploring the invisible connections that shape our lives and the mystery behind why some moments feel orchestrated, not accidental. Years ago, a man walked into a cafe simply to escape the rain. He chose a random seat. Across from him sat a woman reading a book he almost didn't publish, because years earlier, he had given up on writing. They spoke. One conversation led to another. Months later, that abandoned manuscript became a bestseller. He later said, "If I had arrived 2 minutes earlier or later, my life would have gone in a completely different direction." Psychologist Carl Jung called moments like these synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that cannot be explained by cause and effect, yet feel deeply connected. And here's the question we must ask. Are these merely statistical flukes, or evidence that something unseen is quietly arranging the pieces? Statistically, some coincidences should be impossible. Consider this. The odds of meeting a specific person at a specific place, at a specific time, without planning, can be astronomically low. Yet these encounters happen every day. Skeptics argue it's epiphania, our brain's tendency to assign meaning where none exists. And yes, the mind can exaggerate patterns. But here's the difference. Random coincidence fades quickly. True synchronicity changes your direction. History is filled with them. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin because mold accidentally contaminated a petri dish. A wrong turn led Rosa Parks onto a bus that altered civil rights history. Even ancient scriptures are layered with chance meetings that carried divine weight. Many sacred texts never call them accidents. They call them appointments. Spiritually, many traditions teach that life unfolds under divine guidance. In faith language, we call it providence. In ancient philosophy, fate. In Eastern thought, interconnectedness. The idea is simple but unsettling. You are not moving alone. Science, interestingly, is beginning to echo this mystery. Quantum physics introduces concepts like entanglement, where two particles remain connected across vast distances, influencing each other instantly. There's no physical explanation, no visible link, yet the connection is undeniable. Science doesn't claim this proves divine guidance, but it humbles us. It reminds us that reality is far stranger, deeper, and more connected than our senses can grasp. And perhaps that's why belief in a guided universe brings comfort. Because chaos feels unbearable, but meaning gives suffering a frame. Consider how lives intersect. A teacher who unknowingly inspires a future leader. A stranger who speaks one sentence that redirects your entire worldview. A delayed answer that saves you from the wrong path. Often, you only understand it later. Looking back, you realize that rejection protected you. That delay redirected you. That meeting prepared you. Faith calls this the unseen hand, not controlling every move, but gently steering outcomes through freedom, timing, and alignment. This is why, when coincidences align, people describe a sense of flow, a quiet assurance that says, I don't understand everything, but I'm exactly where I need to be. So here's the invitation. Instead of dismissing every coincidence as random, just pause, reflect, ask what it might be revealing. Not every coincidence is divine, but some are directional. They invite growth. They call for courage. They require a response. Faith doesn't mean abandoning reason. It means recognizing that reason has limits, and humility begins where certainty ends. Maybe the question isn't whether an unseen hand exists. Maybe the real question is, are you paying attention when it moves? If this message stirred something in you, share one coincidence that changed your life in the comments below. And remember this, not everything meaningful can be measured. Not everything guiding you can be seen, but you are not as alone or as lost as you think. Sometimes, the most powerful forces are the ones we never see. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe for more.